Hello everybody, hey, hi, how you doing? Take two. Jay McCain here, coming to you with my extra week coffee for a episode of Coffee from Tea-Capistan. Today we're gonna do Westerbeck, a fan favorite. So let's get to the good stuff, shall we?
I gotta finish getting changed, okay?
Huh?
I gotta finish getting changed, okay?
Well, I'll watch it.
It's right at the bar.
Off to a strong start with, will I watch it? Have I done Westerbeck? If I have, I'm doing Westerbeck again, I guess.
For a second,
It's early. I'm starting a new shift today, too, so I'm a little off.
I gotta get on my way.
Kevin Westerbeck walks in, and he's very short. And so I lean over to the bar to talk to him, and I said, why don't you have a seat? And he doesn't want to do it, but I said, no, please. And so he
We're
jumps
gonna
up
do a
on the bar stool. Hey, how are you?
Fine, how you
Could you
doing?
do me a favor and have a seat right over there on that stool, please?
Yeah.
He's like, I just sat next to him at a sports bar or something. We're talking about, a hockey game. And
Talking about the Colorado Avs versus the Kraken game last night there, hey kid.
I said, what are you up to tonight?
Well, Mark, she asked me to come over and
Please have a seat.
Oh wow, he's really chowing down. Nervous eater.
Who asked you to come over exactly? Who asked you to come over?
Destiny.
Destiny.
Kevin from the base.
And how did you meet Destiny? How did you meet Destiny?
Pizza!
On the computer, she said hi and stuff.
She said hi and stuff. And who? Do me a favor and just keep your hands out of your.
No, fine.
Before Westerbeck walked into the house, we knew
Does he-
that he was to.
Does he immediately put his hands back in his pocket when asked not to?
And who? Do me a favor and just keep your hands out of your.
No, fine.
Before
It looks like he goes to put his hand right back in his
Westerbeck
pocket.
walked into the house, we knew that he was to be in court 4 days later, to go before a judge and to be sentenced for doing the very same thing he was doing on this night. Now, Kevin, you've had some contact with the law before.
That's correct.
Tell me about that.
I happen to know
This
law
child,
enforcement.
it was a child, I forget what it is.
Child solicitation?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
They said I came out to meet some girl, I guess.
So let me get this straight. You were accused of doing the very same thing that you're out doing tonight.
I had no.
I wonder if his first bus was a sting, because cops do this kind of stuff too. And the way you phrase it, they said I came out to meet a girl, I guess. I don't know, that child solicitation, so it sounds like he didn't actually end up meeting up with a child. This is a nice little painting of flowers, by the way. I like that. And by little painting of flowers, I mean gigantic fucking painting of flowers. I wonder if this is a second sting.
Intention of this.
All right, let's go back to the other case for a minute.
Baby, you make me feel like a bee with two stingers.
You pleaded guilty
Yes.
to solicitation of a minor for sex.
It was a plea.
It was a plea.
Right.
You pleaded guilty.
Yeah, and
Correct.
the plea was guilty.
And you got sentenced for that plea, correct?
That's correct.
You usually don't take a plea unless it's pretty convincing evidence that they would be able to use to prosecute you anyway.
11 months.
Correct.
In fact, next week, on Thursday, you have to go to court.
Correct.
And they're going to decide whether or not you're going to become a registered sex offender.
Yes.
And then you're going to go to prison.
Correct.
Well, the answer is probably going to be yes. Yes, you are going to be RSO.
What then are you doing in this house? Less than a week before you're supposed to be in court and go to prison for doing the very same thing.
Stupidity, because I didn't expect this to be like that.
So what, it's my fault?
No, it's not your fault. I'm not saying that.
He told me at first he was just there to talk to the girl, to hang out. What's wrong with that? Almost challenging me as to why I would question him. And then I start to read from the chat log. She says, I like kissing. You say, would you get naked?
Oh, wow. That's an escalation.
I just don't want to get
I like kissing. Well, we could kiss naked if you like.
cold, she says. You say, have sex? Now, a moment ago, you told me this wasn't a sexually oriented conversation. That was a lie, too, wasn't it?
I was just talking.
Just talking.
Chat is chat.
And, little by little, his story starts to fall apart. It would be fun, then, okay? You say, then I'm big. She says, really? Yeah, how?
Are you?
Then you give the dimension of your penis.
Oh.
That's not sexual?
That's what he
Just
means.
BS talk.
Just BS talk.
Just
To me
penis
it
talk.
was, 'cause I
Okay,
didn't
so
do
that
anything.
BS talk got you sentenced to
Just BS talk. BS, of course, stands for big schlong.
prison once already. And less than a week before you're supposed to go to court and prison, you are here in this house trying to meet a 13-year-old girl home alone.
Chat is chat. It's a question.
I'm stupid. I'm weak. It's just this. I have no intentions of having sex with her.
Yeah.
The intention was
How
not
can
to
you say
kill
that?
him in any way, shape,
That's what
or
it says,
form.
but I didn't.
Why should I believe that?
Because I'm telling you the truth.
You didn't tell me the truth when you answered the first 6 questions I asked. You lied then.
No, I didn't plan on having sex.
Well, come on.
Doesn't everyone talk to
What did you
minors
plan
on the
doing?
interwebs about their
I'm just gonna plan on meeting her and say
Eggplants or
hi, how you
gophers?
doing, and that's
How
it.
you doing?
I don't.
And that's it.
That's
That's
for
it.
dang sure.
So, less than a week before you're supposed to go to court,
I don't talk to anyone
where you're
about
probably
that.
going to be designated a registered sex offender,
Yes,
and then you're going to go to prison
You
That's
mean
correct.
for 11
adults?
months
that's correct.
after pleading guilty to solicitation of a child for sex. You just figured, oh, I'm just going to pop in and have a nice little conversation with a 13-year-old girl. That's your story?
That is my story, sir.
It never fails during one of these investigations that 2 or 3 guys show up at the same time, and of course that was the case with Kevin Westerbeck. They're whispering to me that there's another potential predator about to walk in. I was just finishing with Kevin Westerbeck, but I didn't want to rush through it because it was an important interview. So I finished just in time. Westerbeck leaves through.
Good work, Chris. I'm proud of you. I don't talk to anyone about that. I almost spit out my coffee at that. Yeah. He's so full of it.
One door, and
You're listening to KOCK All Cock Talk Radio. The Cock! On 69.9 FM. Boing.
the
That's Westerbeck's favorite radio station.
next guy comes in the other door.
Sheriff's Department.
I want you to take a seat in that chair over there. In the back, the black chair. The sheriff's office would take the handcuffs off and everything like that. Not one for the road.
No,
You understand what I mean by
I know
that?
exactly what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. And that was not my intent. I learned my lesson the first time.
Obviously
Oh,
not.
Chicago Bears cop. He's my
Right.
favorite.
Obviously not.
Obviously
I
not.
wasn't coming
You're
in
chatting
here
with the
for-
13-year-old female about your penis size on the internet, and you drove about, an hour and a half to get here to meet a 13-year-old female in the middle of the night who you knew
Like a
by
thief in the
looking
night.
at the chats, her parents weren't home. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
When the judge in the first case hears that he's been arrested again, for doing the same thing, he's, classified as a sex offender.
I am required in this hearing to make a determination as to whether or not I believe, based upon the facts presented, the defendant will commit future sex offenses. In this case,
Holy shit, he got Jay Leno as a lawyer. That must have been expensive.
the defendant
Hey, have you heard about this? My client, Your Honor, my client, he went to meet up with a minor. And it turns out he'd done it before.
will
Look at the guy looks like Jay Leno. He's got a pretty terrible wig. That's hilarious.
commit future sex offenses. In this case, you've made it very clear, Mr. Westerbeck, as to whether or not you'll commit future offenses. This court will make a finding, and I make this finding beyond a reasonable doubt, that you are likely to commit future crimes based upon the evidence before the court today. With that determination, the court will make a finding that you are a sexual predator.
Alright, let's just look real quick at the old wiki. Uh-oh. 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 OBS isn't working. There we go. Just a few days after the Drake County sting, Kevin went in front of Dark County, went in front of a judge to find out whether or not he would be a SO. Oh, here's a more modern picture of him. The judge, okay. Kevin started serving his initial 11-month sentence. In addition, he was given a 10-year prison term for for what he did to his niece. That's brutal, man. For being caught in the Dateline sting, he was subsequently given another 9 months. After being released, he was given the Predator designation by the state of Ohio, which is the highest level offender designation, requiring him to register every 90 days for the rest of his life. That's actually not that bad. Just every 3 months, only 4 times a year. And that's the highest level. In August 2020, Kevin was spotted and photographed stocking shelves at a Kroger. Yep. He has a Ren and Stimpy tattoo on his left ankle. And, yeah. Anyway, Kevin Westerbeck, his backstory gets pretty dark pretty fast. So, we're gonna call it there. Thank you everyone for listening and watching. If you've made it this far, go ahead, hit the like and subscribe button. But, you know, I'm not gonna beg for it. I'm not gonna beg for it. Knock knock, who's there? Oh, that's the please! Sir, please! It's Rolando Resticruz. Please, sir! Please, let me advocate on your behalf, sir. So please, if you've watched it all the way to this far and you haven't yet liked, please like the video. And please subscribe if you're not subscribed. And for goodness sake, comment in the comment section below to help with the algorithm. You can say literally anything. Please, sir, please. It just demonstrates engagement. Please. Oh, it's always good to see Rolando Resticruz. I love when he stops by. Good morning, Squire on fire. I do got to go. Unfortunately, you caught me at the very end of my sting. So everyone have a good day. Remember, mind, body, spirit, harmonious resonance. Be where your feet are. And of course, as always, stay watch her mom forever.